Interestingly, this actually affects Left 4 Dead in a strange way, and I have a question for everybody here on how they think of it. Is so yes, you should, and I think especially I'm a dope, right? So when you say disability, I think really like you're missing a limb, like right now I'm not smart. But so you want to have a wide variety of people, and it's not. I would say not even just disabilities, but this is where you want to have a lot of diversity in your playtesters, because it may be somebody remaps their keys, or there's somebody who play with a controller and keyboard, like there's just a whole range of players for a variety of reasons play differently. But so now the reason I mentioned Left 4 Dead is Left 4 Dead, and now I don't remember if it was shipping Left 4 Dead 1 or 2, and I don't remember how we ended this because honestly this was such a long discussion. And it was one of the developers had a deaf partner, and so we had them come in and play, and realize that we weren't capturing a lot of kind of the sounds of the game in the captions. And you see this a lot in movies now. Movies have learned this, right? Like when you're watching Netflix or something, and a song comes on and it'll say like spooky music, right? It describes the music. It just doesn't say music. And that's some of like what we were trying to capture. And one of the things we were trying to capture was when like the smoker spawns. And now you can hear that noise kind of, but most players don't get it. But there's signals for every special that spawns. Anacrusis has that as well, right? And the characters call it out now. I do that. And we didn't do that at first with Left 4 Dead. And then we actually put in the closed captions the smoker spawn noise or something. I don't remember exactly. It's been 2 decades almost. And we really went back and forth on it because it was information that the deaf player would never be able to get. But honestly, most hearing enabled players also didn't get. And so then we saw everybody playing with captions on because they wanted that piece of information. It was worth filling your screen up with a bunch of text to get that one piece of information of the spawns, especially in verses. And I think we eventually pulled it, deciding that most players didn't hear that noise, hearing or not, and so that was an unfair advantage. I'm kind of curious how people think about that, right? Because again, that's like you want to have, especially a game like Left 4 Dead, which is made for everybody, right? You want to have the biggest tent. You want to let everybody be able to play it and have that experience of playing it. And none of those come to the detriment of everybody else, right? Like there's always no. It doesn't come to the detriment of anybody else to have that ability to be able to play, for whatever choices they need to make or the coloring you use or whatever, right? It just doesn't have a detriment for anyone else, except for this one little time. And we really went back and forth on it, and it was a good discussion. I wish I could remember it clearer. And almost I want to load it up and see because I simply don't remember because I came on the side of, I think, both ways at one point, right? It's one of those kind of discussions. So I'm kind of curious of how people think about that.